So what's the solution for these type of organizations? Guess what? It's Mako. Mako is simple, scalable, secure, and designed to deliver edge networking to these big distributed enterprises or organizations delivering networks to a large number of small sites. We're carrier independent. We don't tie anyone to a single telco or carrier. They can choose the most appropriate broadband or cellular connection depending on where each individual location is. In a big country like the US, that matters. If you're in California, the type of carrier you're going to get is going to be different than if you're located in Illinois, for example. There's going to be different incumbent telcos, and you want a ubiquitous network regardless of what underlying carrier there is. Things need to be cloud managed. The IT support is not at the small site. The help desk isn't at the small site. And often there's multiple people and multiple organizations that are responsible for supporting different parts of these customers' networks. So that needs to be taken into consideration, and we allow that to happen. Our technology, and I'm going to outline that in just a minute, is built specifically for multi-site businesses or organizations servicing a large number of these small sites. Our technology is entirely cloud managed and consists of a combination of network devices targeted at this market that are entirely managed from the cloud. I'll reiterate it again, we're the only network vendor that I'm aware of whose technology is PCI certified. All other vendors are PCI compliant, starts with a C, sounds almost as flash. What it really means is that it's someone else's problem to make that technology PCI compliant and keep it that way. Ours is PCI certified out of the box, which makes it really streamlined to deliver networking solutions to distributed retail enterprises. So let me tell you a little bit about the technology. Like a lot of competing vendors, it consists of those two key parts, a range of networking devices and a hosted cloud-based central management system. Some key differences between our technology and everybody else's is that ours have no local management capability on them at all. None of our devices are sitting there with a web server running on them with a default username and password waiting for someone to log in and configure the things. None of them have any functioning reset buttons, so you can't blow away the security with a ballpoint pen or a paperclip. All of the management, control, visibility and everything is done in the central management system. And that central management system is designed to be used by everybody. Every other networking system that has or centrally managed networking platform, when it all boils down to it, there's only a few people at the top of the IT pyramid that can have access to that cloud management system. It really doesn't offer a huge amount of value to the distributed enterprise themselves. Our platform's designed to be used by everybody. So a fuel brand, their IT group can see their entire estate. Typically, our customers are franchised. These franchise groups are often large publicly listed companies in their own right. They have technical sophistication and they want to have visibility and control of their estate. The brand may not want them to control certain aspects of their sites. For example, the point of sale networks, the brand might want to dictate how those are set up, but might want to leave other aspects of the customer's network for the dealer group to be able to manage, and our platform can accommodate that. A store manager may want to get real-time information about his or her store and whether it's online, whether it's offline, whether it's using cellular. Maybe the device is next to a chicken cooker and they want to know when it's overheating. The system is capable of providing the right amount of information to the right amount of people. A customer doesn't have to pick up a phone to get the most basic piece of information, because with other technologies they end up with a box with flashing lights on it that means nothing to them. Our network devices, we internally call them service delivery mechanisms. There's value in that cloud for those customers as well as for the brand.
So the solution is part software, part hardware in the end?
Yes.
Does it mean that the network device doesn't work without a subscription or something that I need?
Yes, correct. So the technology itself is primarily sold by us as a service. So it's a service that happens to include hardware. So most customers don't pay an upfront fee for the hardware. They pay a lower monthly fee spread over the term that they want to use the product for, and it incorporates the whole platform. So it really is sold as a service, and that hardware enables the delivery of that service into the retail or office location where it's deployed.
So you are also maintaining all the hardware?
We're maintaining the software, we're updating features, fixing bugs. The platform is capable of a larger customer choosing when new firmware is deployed to their sites. There's a complete firmware update tool set that customers can put their devices into specific streams. They can have a lab deployment first, and then the customer can choose when updates go out to their live devices. They can choose update windows, how many devices are updated in a specific evening, for example, and things like that. But you're right, that you need a combination of the central management system and the devices. Without the central management system, you can't reconfigure the devices, you can't see what's going on with them. And that delivers the visibility and control we want, but it also adds a huge amount of physical security to the devices themselves. A sizable percentage of our customers, they don't have a secure server room or a locked network rack that's jammed under the counter. And so we want to make sure that if someone can get physical access to the devices, they can't do anything bad to them. They can't reconfigure them. They can't start sending customer information elsewhere. The worst they can do is unplug it.
Okay, I have another question. Maybe it's a stupid question because I'm not really a network guy, but if the edge location is connected to my core data center and then to the cloud,
yep.
And I suppose that your management system is deployed from the cloud, okay, so you have to manage all this. I mean, do you have a sort of proxy or something to manage all these software upgrades and stuff between the...
Yeah, let me give you, I've got some more interesting slides that actually show it. So we'll build up, and if I still haven't answered your question, ask it again and I'll cover it off.
Sorry.
Before we get there though, we have a range of networking devices that are designed for this target market. We're not trying to be all things to all people. We're not trying to be in the head office of American Airlines here. We're trying to be in the distributed enterprise and the distributed retail enterprise. So we have edge devices designed for these types of customers. We have wireless APs designed for these types of customers. We have radio shifting devices that can move 4 or 5G radios and Wi-Fi to a window when the edge device is next to a brick wall, for example. We have managed switches, because most of these organizations that are using our technology require them to segment their networks up efficiently. And then lastly, we have a range of our own VPN concentrators, because we have some amazing SD-WAN technology that I'll talk about that require them to be able to terminate in other people's clouds. And they can be deployed either physically or virtually in any of the main cloud providers' environments.